Ever since we first looked up at the stars, we've been obsessed with what's out there. But what about what's right beneath our feet? What mysteries lie deep within our own planet? For centuries, humanity has been driven by an insatiable curiosity to dig deeper, to uncover the secrets hidden in the Earth's crust. This quest led to one of the most ambitious and mysterious scientific projects in history, the Kola Superdeep borehole, a man-made hole stretching over 12 kilometers straight down. So, what did we find at the bottom of the world? And why did we suddenly stop digging? The story begins during the Cold War. The space race was in full swing, with the US and the Soviet Union competing to conquer the final frontier. But there was another less publicized race happening simultaneously, Race to the Center of the Earth. Both superpowers were eager to demonstrate their technological prowess by drilling deeper than ever before. The Americans had Project Moho, an ambitious attempt to drill through the ocean floor off the coast of Mexico. But technical challenges and budget cuts eventually sank the project. The Soviets, however, were just getting started. In 1970, on the remote Kola Peninsula near the border with Norway, they began drilling. Their goal was simple: to go as deep as humanly possible. For the next 2 decades, Soviet scientists and engineers worked tirelessly, pushing the limits of technology. By 1989, they had reached a staggering depth of 12,262 meters, or about 7.6 miles. To this day, it remains the deepest artificial point on Earth. It's so deep that if you drop Mount Everest into the hole, its peak would still be more than 3 kilometers below the surface. But getting there was anything but easy. The challenges they faced were monumental. Imagine trying to drill a hole through solid rock, miles deep, where the environment is more alien than the surface of Mars. The deeper they went, the hotter it got. At the bottom of the borehole, temperatures soared to 180 degrees Celsius, or 356 degrees Fahrenheit. That's nearly twice as hot as expected, and hot enough to make steel drilling equipment behave like soft plastic. The immense pressure at that depth was also a constant battle. Equipment would break, get stuck, and sometimes the borehole itself would collapse. The drill string, a series of connected pipes, was so long and flexible that controlling the drill bit at the bottom was like trying to thread a needle with a piece of cooked spaghetti. They had to invent new drilling techniques and materials on the fly just to keep going. It was a relentless struggle against the forces of nature, a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. Despite the immense difficulties, the discoveries they made were groundbreaking. The Kola borehole became a time capsule, offering an unprecedented look into our planet's history. One of the first surprises was the absence of the expected transition from granite to basalt rock at around 7 kilometers deep. Instead, they found more granite, which completely overturned existing geological models of the Earth's crust. Even more astonishing was the discovery of water at depths where it was thought impossible to exist. Scientists believed the rock would be too dense and impermeable, but they found it was fractured and saturated with water, likely trapped there for billions of years. But perhaps the most exciting discovery was life. Deep within the rock layers, they found the microscopic fossils of 24 different species of single-celled organisms, perfectly preserved. These microfossils were over 2 billion years old, offering a stunning glimpse into the planet's earliest life forms, thriving in an environment we never thought could support it. Of course, a project this mysterious and extreme was bound to attract some wild stories. The most famous myth is the sounds from hell. The legend goes that the scientists lowered a microphone into the borehole and recorded the tormented screams of souls trapped in the underworld. This story spread like wildfire in the 1990s, fueled by a fabricated audio recording. In reality, the sounds were most likely a distorted and edited recording of a horror movie soundtrack, cleverly packaged as a scientific discovery. No microphones were ever lowered into the borehole, for the simple reason that they would have melted instantly in the extreme heat. The only sounds recorded were seismic waves and the rumblings of the rock, not anything supernatural. Other conspiracy theories suggest that they had opened a portal to another dimension or unleashed a monster. While these stories make for great fiction, the truth of the Kola Superdeep borehole is far more fascinating. The real breakthroughs from the Kola project weren't about demons or gateways to hell. They were about pure science. The data collected gave us a completely new understanding of the Earth's crust. We learned how rocks behave under extreme heat and pressure, how tectonic plates move and interact, and where valuable mineral deposits might be formed. The project confirmed that the Earth is not a simple layer cake of different rock types, but a complex and dynamic system. They found large quantities of hydrogen gas bubbling up from the deep, something so unexpected it was initially dismissed as equipment contamination. This discovery has huge implications for understanding the planet's geology and even for the search for new energy sources. The technological innovations developed for the project, from high-temperature drill bits to new seismic sensors, have since been applied in the oil and gas industry and in other scientific drilling efforts around the world. While the Kola borehole was the deepest, it wasn't the only attempt to pierce the Earth's skin. Other nations have taken on similar challenges. Germany launched its own super deep drilling program, the KTB borehole, which reached a depth of over 9 kilometers. Unlike the Soviets, the Germans were much more open with their data, turning the project into a global scientific collaboration. In Japan, the drill ship GQ is part of an international project aiming to be the first to drill through the oceanic crust and reach the Earth's mantle, a feat still yet to be accomplished. The U.S. has also continued deep drilling efforts, primarily for geothermal energy research and understanding earthquake zones. Each of these projects builds on the knowledge gained from the last, with the Kola borehole serving as a pioneering, if somewhat secretive, forerunner. It set the standard and showed both what was possible and what incredible challenges lay in wait for anyone daring enough to dig deep. So why did the digging at Kola stop? With just a few kilometers to go to their 15,000-meter target, the project was abruptly halted in 1992. The official reason was the unexpectedly high temperatures, which made further drilling technologically impossible with the equipment of the time. But the timing is also crucial. The Soviet Union had just collapsed, and funding for massive state-sponsored science projects like this simply evaporated. The site was eventually abandoned, and today, the entrance to the deepest hole in the world is just a rusty welded-shut cap in the middle of a crumbling ruin. It's a lonely monument to a bygone era of scientific ambition. But the legacy of the Kola Superdeep borehole lives on. The data it provided is still being analyzed by scientists today. It fundamentally changed our understanding of geology and proved that there are still incredible frontiers to explore right here on our own planet. In a way, projects like the Kola borehole are precursors to modern planetary exploration. By learning how to operate in the extreme environments deep within our own world, we developed the technology and the knowledge needed to explore other, even more alien worlds in our solar system. The quest to know the unknown, whether it's in the vastness of space or in the crushing depths beneath our feet, continues. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think is the most fascinating discovery from the Kola borehole? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey to the center of the Earth, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of science and discovery. See you next time.